This is the finished gun tackle. It's basically a piece of cherry that has a wire cyanoed into either side, and then the line is wrapped around in a figure-of-8 fashion, and then frapped or closely wrapped around the center with a little piece hanging down about 1/4 of an inch period. It makes rigging the cannons on the Armed Virginia sloop significantly easier. I'll show you how I did this basically step by step. These are the 3 blanks I cut out from cherry. They're about a 1/2 inch long, maybe a little less. The length will depend on your model. They're about a 1/16 of an inch thick and about 3/32 of an inch wide. What we're going to do is drill a hole in each end in order to insert some wire. You can see the hole drilled in the end of the blank, and there's another hole on the other side. I used a number 72 drill for this. And here's the annealed black steel wire that I'm going to use to glue into the holes. Before we glue the wire in, we want to round off the edges and make it look at least somewhat like 2 blocks that are joined by the piece of wood in the middle, but you won't see that wood in the middle because that's going to be wrapped with line. And there's the blank with the 2 wires. I used gel super glue to drill them or to glue them into the holes. Once the glue is going to dry, we're going to take a piece of rigging line and super glue it to the center portion of the blank, and then we'll begin winding it to create the tackle. There's about a 6-inch piece of rigging line super glued to the blank. Once that's dry, what we're going to do is we're going to wrap the end of the line around the wires and the blank in a figure-of-8 fashion. We'll do that 2 or 3 times. Once that's done, then we're going to take the remainder of the line and tightly wrap it, almost like a hangman's noose, across the center portion of the blank. Put a drop of super glue on, and then cut it off with about 1/4 inch hanging down to look like the bitter end of the rope. As you can see, the line is now wrapped figure-8 fashion around the end of the wires, crossing over the blank. What we're now going to do is take the end of the line and wrap it like a hangman's noose in the center area of the blank. This will give the impression of 2 blocks separated by rigging line, the bitter end of which is wrapped around the rigging line rather than coiled on the deck. And there's the finished rigging. All that's left is to bend, to cut off the ends of the wire and bend them into hooks and attach them to the cannon carriage and to the bulwarks. I think it's a lot simpler than trying to rig the cannons. And as you can see, it does look like there are 2 blocks with the line coiled on the rigging between them. Neat little technique. This was actually described by Dr. Clayton Feldman in a practicum on building the Lexington. So there you have it.